Thanks so much for joining us today. This is our online Metaphysics and Wellness Fair. We have 16 practitioners here that are going to be offering their work tonight. We'll be doing an intuitive panel where we answer questions from the audience here during the first hour. Somewhere in the middle of this, we will do introductions so you can learn all the practitioners that are here today. And then for the next 3 hours, they're going to be in public breakout rooms offering all kinds of different things. There are some educational talks, group meditations, there's going to be group channeling, and then you have the opportunity to do some mini sessions with practitioners in the public breakout rooms. You can go in and out and listen and watch while they work with people, and you can get a reading yourself. And some people are available for private sessions today too. So we're here 4 hours together. It's just a little after 4 p.m. here in the East Coast or Pacific time as we're getting started, 7 p.m. East Coast time. And let's see. So not everyone's on screen. We have more practitioners that are currently just in their audience seats. I'll be rotating everyone along the screen. And yeah, we're going to get started with questions today. So we can take questions. God, and then I start doubting myself. Maybe we should do our introductions. But I think we're going to dive in and see if we can do a question first. So it's great to ask us a private or a personal question, just like you would ask in a private session. And in exchange for doing it in public, knowing that this is recorded and it's going to go up on YouTube, you get to have answers from multiple practitioners. We deeply appreciate you being willing to share your question with us and with everyone. It's a way that you get insight from multiple practitioners. It's a way that everyone gets to learn more of who we are and what we do and how we do it. And it's a way that we all get to learn from each other. This is a great opportunity to practice opening your intuition in addition to getting a question answered. Because if you have the sense that you're intuitive, even if you don't know if you are, you can simply scribble and take notes with anything that shows up for you as we're answering. And you might discover that whatever's showing up for you, it might be something out the window or something on your desk that actually has to do with the answer, and that you're tapping into the same kinds of information that we are as practitioners. So it's a way to get insight, confirmation. You might have great things come through you that we don't mention. It's just a way that if there's a correlation, it's confirmation that you're heading along the trails that we are as well. This is great to learn from all that's asked and all that's answered, whether or not you ask a question. And in particular, since this is public, and I think this is great to do anytime, but particularly since this is public and recorded, when you ask a question, and we so appreciate it being a personal question, if we go deeper than you want us to go in our answer, or we start talking about these other things over there that you don't want us sharing about, and you want us to stay focused in this area when we answer, please give us guidance and interrupt us if we go off course. We want to honor you in our answers. So, does anyone have a question for the panel to jump in and help us get started? You can come up here and be on the stage with us. You can ask from your seat. And if you prefer, you can even ask an anonymous question. Just message me and I will read it out for you. Who has a question for the panel? And you'll get answers from several practitioners. Could be on anything. Could be on, oh, you do. Okay, great. All right, Mary, do you want to come up here on stage? What do you want to do? Oh,
Sure.
you do. All right, great. Let's just pull someone off and bring you up here. It's great. Jump it in first. What's your question?
Why not? I did something this past week and I just want to know if everybody is getting the good feeling that I am about what I did. I to put it a little more detail, but not a whole lot. I made a huge purchase.
I'm imagining it involves more change than just the purchase somehow.
Yes, it does.
All right,
Yes, it does.
Reverend Sheila has something for you, and practitioners just know if you go longer than like 45 seconds a minute, I'll just like roll the little stone around just so you can see to finish up soon. Go ahead, Reverend Sheila.
Hi, Mary. Yes, I feel it was a very intuitive decision on your part, and you went for it, and you're getting lots of support from the spirit world and from your ancestors. So yes, it's two thumbs up for that, and it's going to lead you to something even bigger or more important or more exciting. So it's like you're stepping through a doorway. And so this big thing that you did, it's part of a new beginning for you. So well done. You were a little anxious, a little worried, and you've just put that to the side and you did what you're supposed to do. So congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Reverend Sheila. We've got Mike next.
The two things I picked up right away is that number one, brought you some peace of mind. Number two, you can sleep a little better at night.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you.
good.
Yes.
That's good. You can't go wrong with that.
Definitely.
All right. And then after Mike, we had, wait, there was someone else that I brought on screen. Brenda and then Crystal.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi. What I picked up is there are going to be a couple of things that are coming up in relationship to this that you weren't expecting. But this is going to be a challenge to you to stay in your own self, your own authenticity, and your belief in yourself, and to be creative about how you problem solve.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
And then we have Crystal B.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Mary. I was getting like a deep, happy cry for you, like almost throw up, I'm so happy type of thing. My eyes are watering as I'm telling you this. And then they said that it's been a long time coming. And then they were giving me like a RV or a tiny living dwelling.
You
And
are right on.
yeah, for you to travel. And I think that's why the other lady just said you're gonna run into some issues, but you're gonna have to be, you know, handy with I don't know what in your travels. So yeah, be safe, have fun, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, that's Crystal. That's exactly. If nobody else has anything, I'll just say this real quick. That is exactly what I did. I put my money down. I went for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just
And
gave me.
no need to have buyer's remorse because that's what I was getting to, but just a tiny, tiny bit, like a number 2 on 100 scale, but let that go.
Awesome. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna meet you guys one day when I come out there. I'm gonna see y'all.
You are, where are you traveling from? Where are you now?
Right now, I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
great,
and I
great.
definitely plan on going cross country and all over the country. And
That's a long way from Jersey.
yes, it is. It's okay. That's
So I have to
that's
ask
my
you. I
goal.
have to ask you the question that you normally ask a Jersey person.
What's that?
What exit do you live off of?
I don't really have an exit, but if you really have to know, it's exit 3 off of the turnpike would be the closest.
Cool.
Oh, DoveLight, you're in New York.
Yep, that's what I say. Some of us are in the East Coast, so yeah, you have people nearby.
Awesome.
You don't have to travel
I'll
that
come meet
far.
her.
And yep, great. Well, thank you so much, Mary, for getting us started. Congratulations. Your energy just seems so good. I know this has been a struggle for you of like what to do in a variety of ways for a long time, and yeah, it's very, very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, the retirement's happening by May.
Yay!
So I appreciate it.
All right.
Yay. Thank you, thank you.
All right, let's see. And we've got another question in line. This one is anonymous. So this question is, the person might need to give me a little more clarity about the question. It says, looking for a relationship with a guy who is compatible. Well, so I'm a matchmaker, so I have tons of advice on how to find a guy that's compatible, but I need to see your eyes because I think eyes are a window to our soulmates. So that's how I get you there. So if you want, you can text me a photo. But yeah, anyone have anything for this person? So this person says, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship with a guy who is compatible. Well, so I'll say, to find someone that's compatible, number one, you have to share who you are at a deep level, at a real level. You have to share who you are. Because if you don't share who you are, be it online with online dating or when you meet people in person, they won't know who you are and you won't be able to find someone that really is compatible with you. The other thing is that I think a person that's compatible is similar to you, not an opposite, not someone who complements you and bends in the different shapes to you, but someone who's very similar so that it's easy to connect and you like the same things and do things in the same way. So that's the kind of person that I would recommend looking for. And if I think I can scroll across and maybe see your kind of your eyes and your energy just a little bit, because I happen to know who you are. You seem more introverted, and so it's going to take something to really let yourself be out in public and be seen to find this person. Does anyone else have anything to share with this person? DoveLight's got something. Let's move some things around and bring DoveLight up. Go ahead, DoveLight.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for your question. 1000% agree with Lorelei. Yes, it is very important to get to know truly in the space of your own heart, what is it that you truly want in a relationship? What is it that you're willing to accept? What is it you're willing to put not your own boundaries? Once you have that clear, that will be navigating better. There is nobody who's perfect in this world. We all have our shadows and our light, but it is up to us to honor our truth. Is what is it that we truly want to live in a romantic or any type of relationship experience. I can see here that you do have faith. Do not lose the faith to the stories of family members, of your friends, of past relationship. All men are cheaters, or women like this, or women like that. I'm never gonna find the perfect match. No, you can have it. There is also some inner work to work with you within yourself about your, I don't want to say ego, but you do have certain areas when you have a strong character, perhaps because you have past experience that were a little bit challenging or feel heavy. Sometimes you have a tendency to be over defensive, but overall than that, just be yourself, lead by example, but you truly are embodying the energy of the empress. Like you are really a woman worth being with. Thank you.
Thanks, DoveLight. Next, we've got Matt and, sorry, Mike and then Matt.
I get that you're most happy with family and friends and home type of stuff. I would look for somebody who shares that same feeling that family's important. You like to spend time with your family, you like to spend time at home, you like to spend time with friends. That's the type of person I think you'd be happiest with. That's just what I get just from a quick.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike. And then Matt.
Mine's pretty simple. Pull out a mirror, look in the mirror, and look at how amazing you are. And then look for somebody who's just like you. And you're going to have the time of your life.
Great. And then Crystal B has something.
Yeah, they were saying go outside. They're not going to find you inside. Go outside. And then also be compatible with yourself, like know thyself, know it, somebody will ask you what's your favorite flavor ice cream and you're just like 10 answers and I don't know. Like compatible with what? So know yourself well enough to explain yourself to others and to open up to others. And then yeah, figure out what you like. Do that internal work in yourself so you could say, hey, this is how I'm built, this is what I am. I'm going to present it to you, so.
Great, thank you. And Rosemary's got something. Go ahead, Rosemary. Yeah, get you unmuted.
There we go.
Yep, we can hear you. Oh, wait, it muted it again.
All right, there I go. I love this question because primarily what you want to do is find out what you love to do, go places where you enjoy, and you'll find people that share those interests, and then you'll develop some friendships. And that's the best way to kind of start a relationship, doing things with people who enjoy what you do. So you're not trying to go someplace or, be somebody you're not or present an image that you're not. You want people that, as Lorelei was saying, complement what you already enjoy, because then you have something to share with other people, and that's your authentic I can't say it, your authentic self, and that's what people will be looking for when they're also looking for someone to connect with. Authenticity. All right, thank you and good luck.
Great. All right. Thank you so much, anonymous person who asked the question. And you did send me a photo, and you do look like you're a mixture of introverted and extroverted. And so, yeah, we want you to find someone like you that's very much a people person and very caring and connecting with people. And yeah, be you out there. I love look in the mirror and love you and find someone like you. All right, next we've got Brock in the chat asked about asking a question. Brock, do you want to come up on screen? Do you want to just ask from your seat?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you want to come up? It's up to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay, great.
How do I do that? Am I
I'm going to
there?
bring you up here right now. There you are. You're online.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a question. I've been dealing with some health stuff. I've got a growth on my neck, and I had some mold results with some elevated levels that I was planning to go ahead and pursue addressing, but I've addressed a lot of things in the past with no success yet as far as the neck goes. So I was curious if anyone has any insights, if that's where I should be putting my energy or if there's another direction I should go.
And you said was it mold? What did you say that you're
Correct.
experiencing?
Mold. Yeah, I
As in
had a
like,
mold and I had some elevated levels there.
okay, of mold toxicity being in your space. Is that what you're?
Yeah, I've since moved, so I was waiting until I moved to address it. Now I'm ready to start that, but I've had a lot of frustration with other things I've pursued with no luck in addressing the neck. So I was just curious if
Yeah.
anyone had any
Well,
insight.
and I would say you happened to be at our Portland fair just last weekend. So
I
I've got
was.
an experience of your energy today and then, and your energy is brighter and quicker today than it was last weekend. So if you just moved, it seems like that is definitely a good thing that is supportive. And let's see, so we've got Christina with something to share. Go ahead, Christina.
First of all, I want to say I'm sorry that you're going through this. And I hope health-wise everything works out for you. But the thing that instantly came to me is, have you tried like a lymphatic massage?
I've done some minimal ones, but no, I haven't done much work with that. I've used a lot
Um,
of lymphatic herbs.
okay, so there are masseuses that specialize in the lymphatic massages that literally follow the line of your lymph nodes. Because what I'm feeling is like you have like something like a blockage, like it's cultivated up in this area, and you just need to get it massaged so it can move down through the body so it can get flushed out. So yeah, if you do a search for a masseuse that specializes in lymphatic massages, I would recommend that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. And we do have practitioners that do that in the community. And just I'm just an advertisement for the fine print. I put it in the chat. I'm just gonna read out real fast for the video. By participating in this event, even the attendees understand that most of us are not medical doctors and are not giving medical advice. The attendee further agrees that information gained from this event is for educational purposes only. Please seek medical help if needed. The attendee indemnifies MeWe fairs and practitioners and vendors for many results related to the application of these educational materials in practice. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's see. We've got Brenda next.
Yes. Hi, Brock.
Hi.
Hi. Good to have your voice. So it feels more complicated to me. It feels like you're at a time in your life when you're experiencing challenges and changes or anticipating some of that. And it's bringing forth some other things. And interesting, I'm going to talk about past lives a little bit, but it feels to me like that's part of what this is. And if you would sit with it, I like what Christina said. I'm all for lymphatic drainage, and that starts with an L. I wasn't for sure you understood the word she was saying. It's not emphatic, it's lymphatic. Okay. That I think that's a really good idea. But if you would sit with this sometimes and just kind of let your mind relax into it. When I have a problem in my body like this, I kind of hold it the way I would a colicky baby, and I love on it the way you love on a colicky baby to help soothe it and calm it down, and just see what thoughts or memories come to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, Brenda. All right, anyone else have any suggestions for Brock? Any insight for Brock? I'll mention some people last week mentioned possibly doing something with your hair. I wonder you could even just temporarily, like with just like a hair thingy, like to pull it up. Is the idea is just letting the air and the flow around this part of your body. They talked about maybe cutting it, but just something, and pulling your beard in so that, right, you're not holding your energy in and really letting just the energy flow around this part of you might be a helpful thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great. All right. Anyone have anything else? Crystal, go ahead. Crystal B and Crystal T.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, Brock, that sometimes we hold energy in our body and it manifests in different things. So look at your feelings and your emotions and see what may be plaguing you that way. A lot of negative, like anger, fear, guilt, jealousy, all that stuff kind of takes like abscess form to where it needs to escape out of our body. I don't want to say necessarily abscess, but it looks for a way to escape out of our body. So go in, do the emotional work, clean yourself that way, and then stop exposing yourself to other dirty things like mold and organs notorious for it. You can't walk in a house without it, but be more cautious of the toxic things, people, places around you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Great. And Dr. Mojo's got something as well.
I just wanted to state to move your body. Like, I know we have different energetic levels, and what just came to me is like moving your body more. I know they have something called the rebounder or the trampoline. I don't know if you have any of those. That also helps with the, it helps health-wise. I just wanted to state that, not medical advice, but just letting you know, moving the body, I think some will help to, loosen you up some too with getting things flowing.
Yeah, the rebounder gets lymph activated. Yeah, that's great. Great. And someone else in the chat mentioned like fillings in your teeth. So there's I think it's the medical medium, I think it is, has suggestions for all kinds of like herbal cleanses and stuff for, I'm not mixing things up, but just like cilantro, and there are other herbs that can help drain toxins out of your body. So yeah, and our disclaimer applies to everyone in the fair. All right, great. Yeah, thank you, Brock. Thank you for your care for yourself and the actions you're taking, and letting us support you more. All right. Maybe let's jump into doing our introductions. All right, so we're just going to work on the order of who's here right now, I guess. So Crystal B, Dr. Mojo, and then Christina. Go ahead and give us a minute each and tell us about who you are and what you do and what's happening tonight.
Alrighty, my name is Crystal. I am the multiverse frequency. I access your energetic field and I get messages from all over, whether it be past loved ones, your animals, your house, your spirit guides, ancestors, etc. I started out with doing Reiki, which a lot of people start with, and it went from there. I started seeing your broken heart over your dog, and I was like, "Do you got a dog? Nope, they're dead. Okay, here we are, talking to dead people, talking to dead dogs. Great." Um, but that being said, I love what I do. I now teach, I now train, I see different perspectives from different modalities, and I get to intertwine them all and see how much we really are connected. So today I'm offering past loved one readings, pet readings, and messages from the universe. I also do some practice circles sometimes, and I am teaching on a different platform to help raise the vibrational frequency of our consciousness. So here I am.
Thanks so much. Next we have Dr. Mojo, Christina, and then Brenda.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mojo of Self-Care Through the Cards. I'm in room 12. I will be doing readings for you with the sun, the moon, and your planetary ruler, using cardology, finding out what card you are in the 52 card playing deck, and hope to see you in the room.
Thank you, Dr. Mojo, Christina, Brenda, and then Mike.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christina, and I am a celestial mystic and a divine blueprint facilitator that is here to teach and guide people about their multidimensional aspects. I have to say my awakening happened first in the cosmos, and then it trickled down to me understanding who my ancestors were and my gifts and abilities. So even though my focus today in room 3 is going to be about discovering your divine blueprint, so basically looking into your astrology chart, pulling out your numerology, and finding your soul gift. I'm also, an occultist. I'm a practitioner of Santeria. I'm also an apprentice Freemasonry. So I'm all about the occult. I'm all about understanding how all of that hidden knowledge and ancient knowledge that I have access to fits into this tiny little body that we have walking this realm. So join me in room 3, and glad you guys are here.
Thanks, Christina. Next, Brenda, Mike, and Rosemary.
Hello, and it's great to be here today. I come from a family of people who have different abilities. I grew up practicing these in various ways and then got more formal training as a younger adult. I tried to be normal for a while, but it didn't work. So I also love to do all the kinds of research into different things. But I do psychic work. I'm a certified medium. I've trained in various forms of energy work with people who teach around the world. I love doing energy readings as well as psychic readings, paranormal, parapsychology. All of that is in my bag of tricks and works. Room number 2, I'm going to be talking about past lives and DNA memories. And for $1 a minute, you can get readings from me today. I take PayPal, and I'm hoping I can make the Square Up work long distance this way. But, okay.
You can. Thanks so much. Next we got Mike, Rosemary, and then Crystal T.
Hi, I'm Mike Hernandez. I'm a professional tarot reader, and I've been doing readings for 17 years. My reading style is genuine, pragmatic, and focused, and my readings provide you with discovery, guidance, and peace of mind for yourself or any issues you may have. Some people had me do readings for them last month, and they were kind of eye-opening and enlightening. I certainly hope to see several of you for readings today. I'm doing general 3-card readings for $15 and private readings at $30 for 10 minutes. It may seem like a short amount of time, but I can cover a lot of ground in 10 minutes. I'm doing a session in room 11 called How the Tarot Can Help You, and I'm doing a no-holds-barred tarot Q&A throughout the fair. So bring your questions on. Nothing is restricted. To learn more about me or book a reading at a later date, please visit my website, justenoughtarot.com. I hope to see you later. Enjoy the fair and have fun. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. We've got Rosemary, Crystal T, Jennifer, the Psychic Nerd, Reverend Sheila, and Matt.
Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Rosemary Davis with Dragon Mastery LLC. I'm an author, an energy healer, and a spiritual teacher. I'm committed to helping people connect with their inner divinity and reach their highest potential. I got my start in martial arts, which I was a martial art instructor for almost 25 years, and I loved it, but I found my deepest calling was to help people reach a spiritual height that they hadn't attained before, and connecting with their family and friends and within themselves. I'm excited to be here this evening to talk with you about your connection with yourself and reaching your highest level and clearing whatever energy is stopping you from attaining your goals. I also work with a bunch of spiritual people who are committed to helping you do that. I represent several. So I will be in room 14. Please drop in. We will approach our conversation this evening based on where you are and what you need. So join me in room 14. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Rosemary. Next, we've got Crystal T, then Jennifer, then Psychic Nerd.
And you gave me a heads up, and I still forgot to unmute. Hi, everybody. I'm Crystal TsaiNesh. That's how you say it, Crystal TsaiNesh. And I call myself a visionary who inspires others to embrace new perspectives and can take control of their life by creating their own reality. I remind others that you have the inner power to shape your experience. And with what sacred knowledge and science have been teaching us, I offer through intuitive guidance little seeds that you can plant and nurture with your own energy to manifest the life that you desire. I'm still working on my own, but it does work. And in my room, I'll just be offering intuitive impressions, offering energy adjustments through positive perspectives, and trying to encourage you, not trying, I will be encouraging you to understand your journey and the power of vibration and your words and your thoughts. So there you go. Hope to see you at 5.
Thank you so much, Crystal. We've got Jennifer, Psychic Nerd, Reverend Sheila, and Matt.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer, and I'm a tarot reader. I offer tarot readings here today. They are by donation in 15-minute increments. I've had a really good time doing the tarot readings here. And I'm also going to offer a talk about energy, about building your energy, learning to direct and control your energy. I do spiritual mentoring. I've been practicing witch for 30 years, and I've done a lot of teaching over the years for folks trying to figure out where their spiritual path is, if it's one of the pagan realms or different types of spiritual paradigms that exist. So I look forward to talking to you and learning about each other.
Thanks, Jennifer. The Psychic Nerd is next.
Hello, I am the Psychic Nerd, and I will be in room 7 this evening, offering tarot readings, oracle card readings, and mediumship channeling for donations. And hope I have a chance to do some readings with some of you.
Thanks, Psychic Nerd. Next, we have Reverend Sheila and Matt.
Hi, I'm Reverend Sheila. I am an advanced angel therapist. I'm an advanced angel healing practitioner. I'm a certified spiritual teacher. Today, all my services are going to be free. I will be doing single card pulls in my room, and it will be the Angels and Auras deck. At 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, I will be doing Meet Your Higher Self, which is a guided visualization. It's about half an hour. I'd love to see you in my room. I'm also answering any general questions you have about spirituality that you'd like to ask. And I'm in room 15. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Reverend Sheila. Next is Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt Young. I am a intuitive oracle, whatever you want to call it, like whatever you need. Happy to try to help. And for the last 11 years, I've been traveling nationally and internationally doing like physical energetic healings where I've seen, I know it's shocking, but blind eyes open, deaf people hear, broken bones healed, and then you name it, like just wild, wild, fun stuff. And it usually happens within 5 to 10 minutes. Like it's usually really, really quick. It's so quick, people are shocked when it happens. Um, Today I'll be doing a talk at 5:30 on, sorry, not a talk, a meditation, 7 chakras, 7 spirits, if you're interested. And then if you want to just put it in the back of your mind, I'll be leading a trip to Malawi, Africa in November, and I'll be having an informational meeting coming up in a couple of weeks. So if something like that interests you, you can go to my website, newcastleoracle.com, and would love to tell you more. So thanks for coming tonight.
Great. Thanks so much. I think, did we get everyone in our introductions? Maybe I should share about myself. Any other practitioners that are here on the
Yes,
spirit
me.
that I did not? Oh, DoveLight. Where's
Me.
DoveLight? Let's go find DoveLight.
I'm here.
All right, I'm making space for you. Where are you? Now I have to go find where you're hiding and zoom. Yay, DoveLight. All right, DoveLight and Satori's coming out to perfect timing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. My honor and blessings to be in your presence. I'm DoveLight. I'm just a regular person with through the power of the divine, like every single one of us. I'm able to access soul frequency vibration, spiritual vibration. I am from Peru. I am from Andean Amazonian ancestral background. I'm also walking the Mayan path with so much respect. I work with shamanic techniques with angelic realm. I'm in love with past life regression, hypnosis, shamanism, core coding, energy healing, light healing. But overall, I'm just a regular person. And through being a regular person, I can honor I have a connection to the divine just like everybody else. So we are not alone. You do have a spiritual team, a spiritual background. Even if you don't know them, they know you. And it is in my pleasure to be of service, to be a vessel, to bring upon the message that are for your highest good to heal, to hear. I do it through tarot, but mainly I'm listening to your voice, which has the soul frequency. And yes, pretty much I'm in room 6 doing readings by donation. I do PayPal, Zelle, and Venmo. Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, DoveLight and Satora. Perfect timing. We're just finishing our introduction, so go ahead and take up to a minute and tell us about who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Satora, and I work and live with Amaris. It's a group of ascended masters and angels, and they are incredibly loving. They have been with me consciously for 13 years now and helped me tremendously to heal and transform myself. And now we're sharing this. We're also channeling messages and helping sensitive beings on their spiritual path from trauma to thriving, basically. We're in room number 17. We'll do a channeled message, Thriving in Difficult Times, at 5:15. And then I'm doing everything free at the fair today. because it's new. I haven't been here in a while, so it's easier for me to not deal with technical stuff so much. So we'll have a question and answers where you can ask Maurice questions, and I will also be demonstrating self-care applications, very simple points you can touch on your body that help with anxiety, help you get centered, help you heal. And I look forward to connecting with you in room 17. Thanks.
Great. And she's coming late, but we're also going to be joined by Susanna of Dragonfly Holistic, who does clearing blocks through the Akashic Records. At the top of every hour, she's going to be offering release blocks to hope, love, involvement, and peace. That's free. And then she's going to be available for $25 to do clearing of personal blocks to positive energies. And that's going to be in her public breakout room. And I'm Lorelei Shamayo. In addition to running the fair, I'm also an intuitive eye reader, body psychology coach, and matchmaker. And while I'm running the fair, I'm happy to share some insight about your eyes and about matchmaking. So this is everybody that's here at the fair today. And we've got space for more questions at our intuitive panel right now. So who has a question for us? We're happy to take a question on anything. As you've heard, we do so much work, so many different ways. We love to talk about so many different topics. Who has a question for us? You can either come up on stage with us, you can ask from your chair in the audience, and if you want, you can ask anonymously as well. Just private message me, and I'll put a list of where, let's see, everyone's going to be in the chat again. And Susanna is in room 16 is where she will be. Someone's asking about that. All right. And let's see, Crystal B has something. Go ahead.
Did you I was just hello. I was just going to address the question in the chat that I saw.
Sorry, let me see if there's
twin
a
souls.
question. Oh, I did miss this. Let's go back. And whoever asked this question about twin souls, wherever this was, do they want to come up on stage?
Joanna,
did you want to come up?
Okay.
Okay, great. Oh yeah, let's bring you up here. All right, great. What is your question?
I'm not sure, but I think I have a twin flame. And we connected in a very strange way. We were both C-level executives on LinkedIn, and I added him because he had this monster truck on his LinkedIn, and he thought I was cool. But so he flew me out to San Francisco, and then after that, our entire lives just kind of went in a very strange way. But I think I might be the divine masculine soul, and a lot of sun souls, which is what I'm building right now, is based on the inspiration of watching him try to find himself in his life. So I also get a lot of visions and a lot of connection. Like for the past 1 month, I didn't want to talk to him. And then I had this massive headache last week where there were messages that said like, I need to reconnect, I need to contact, send a message. And for the whole week, because I didn't do it, I had this massive pain in my head, like in the front here. My friend said it's like the third eye area. So I called him, and then the pain went away, and I was like, this is crazy. And then I went to bed. So if we are twin flames, I think a lot of Google search say that twin flames are supposed to build something together for the world. I read a lot of Reddit, so
well, it's great. There's a lot about twin flames and different perspectives. So thank you. Lovely. And it's really fun hearing about you and your awareness of your gifts and all the things that are showing up for you. So we've got Crystal B has something and DoveLight has something. Go ahead. Is there a little bit more you wanted to share?
Oh no, I'm just trying to like, is there a way we can find out what we're supposed to build?
Well, twin flames, there's complexity in twin flames. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of complexity in twin flames, and you really have to be solid in yourself and your foundation to know that is your twin flame. And so in your question that I'm reading on the chat, it says, I think I might. That's not decisive. a lot of souls, like that's not decisive. And then what are we supposed to build? So once you know yourself and you know your soul's twin, you're gonna know what you're supposed to build. You're already building sun souls to represent him. And so when you guys come together, it's gonna be the same thing, is it not? Like, are you gonna change because you are with him? Are you gonna stop building what you're doing? Like, you need to go do whatever you're gonna do 100% with or without him, and then
Yeah.
come together with your very best. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna come with his very best because you are on that vibration. And I say your very best. Yeah, you got
That
it.
is exactly like the path that we are on right now. Like we are both on personal development paths at the moment. We are not really talking a lot to each other. We used to talk
Okay, so
every
you're
day.
in when your indecisiveness or confusion about it is it just needs to be yes. So imagine if it was yes, then you will know what to build. So just make it yes. So that is your twin flame. That's your twin soul. That's your twin partner. Yes is the answer to your question. Okay.
Okay.
So flat out. Now, what are you going to go build? You know him inside and out like you know yourself. What are you going to go build?
Probably
He
employee
matches
benefit.
your. There you go. Answer your own question. Share it if you want to, but you have your answer already.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Crystal. Next, we've got DoveLight and then Rosemary. And remember, practitioners might have different perspectives. That's all okay. We're aiming to provide insight and it comes from different directions. Go ahead, DoveLight.
Yeah, that's the beauty of diversity. In my spirituality, we all come from the divine, God, goddess, source, whatever you want to call it. And in a way, we all come here to master love. It might be look different to different all of us. So eventually we learn how to love others the same way we love ourselves, the same way God, goddess love ourselves, which means that they're telling me to be grateful before everything because you've been granted the experience to feel, not even understand, analyze, but to truly feel what it's like to connect with somebody in a soul level. Not everybody has that grace because it's not in everybody's soul path. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to deny the connection there is, because there is a spiritual connection. That doesn't really equals to I'm going to be with this person, I'm going to connect with this person, I'm going to do this person specifically, or it's, oh, that's my twin and we're going to be together, we're going to do this and that. So I'm grateful we have that realistically. If you take away the label of twin mate, karmic flame, soulmate, the person who is not treating me well, the person who does he likes me or not, if we took away all that, we do have a genuine connection that's going to help you to change and grow. It's going to ask you, what is that I want with this person? What's I want with myself? I can definitely see that you guys are going to learn to communicate clearly. That's what I was so happy when you say, you guys are not talking to me again. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. That's the point. You have to go through that process so you're able to learn how to communicate clearly, or learn when your communication is being received or not. That's between you and him. Both are learning. They're telling me that there is also potential to really, really be emotionally engaged. So be mindful of that, how much you give emotionally without expecting to be reciprocated, because he's in his own journey as well. Like you say, they're both in developmental. This was meant to be. I have the wheel of fortune that you guys were meant to be to meet. That was for sure. That's part of your destiny. Free will is how you both develop, how you choose to stay close to each other. But I can definitely see that he's meant to be an inspiration for you to plant something that's going to give you seeds, grow, something business like, something even to be of service to help others. But it is very important to honor your own process, because the answer is not right away. The answer is, oh my God, I'm working, I'm learning, I'm growing, my emotion. That's the beauty of being human. Okay, my time is up, but thank you so much for sharing, and I honor your journey as well.
All right, great. Rosemary's got something, and Brenda.
Yes. Hi, Joanna. I'm kind of going with that pain aspect that you were feeling, especially because you said that you feel like you are the divine masculine in the relationship. That means that you are the one that's used to controlling what happens. And you feeling a desire to connect with him is outside of something that you're comfortable with. So you're struggling with just allowing that to happen. But when things are happening and you've got a good connection, like your connection with monster trucks, that's outside of something that would be something that you wanted to control with, your day-to-day business, because that's what LinkedIn is generally focused on, is business. But the monster truck is what's fun. That's what's inside of you. That's letting yourself go and wanting to connect with them, but holding yourself back. That's that divine masculine trying to take control and not allowing you to be yourself. So I would suggest that if it flows, if it feels good, allow yourself to accept that, to allow that to grow. And it could take you into a place that you really want to develop, but in a way that you could feel good about, that will help you explore and become more of what you anticipate, because it's not something that you can control. Our growth allows us to kind of go in areas when it feels good that we hadn't anticipated. And that's probably because of the divine masculine, what you're trying to hold yourself back from, trying to control that. But let it go. Enjoy the relationship.
Thanks, Rosemary. Brenda's got something.
Two quick things. The word gold keeps coming to me, and I would encourage you to explore all symbology and meanings of the word gold. And the word alchemy keeps coming to me. So I would encourage you to explore what that, at least a little bit of the basis of what that is about. Also, the divine masculine thing. When you think about male and female roles, the male's role, I don't mean to sound sexist, everybody, the male's role is usually confined and direct, and the time space isn't for very long. The feminine role is the one that needs to develop over time in different ways. So if he's the feminine, maybe he needs time to develop. Okay.
It does take a lot of time.
Okay.
Great. All right. Does anyone have anything else for Joanna before we go on? They all say twin flames and soulmates are different things. And so soulmates are similar souls to me, and it's a deep soul connection. If you have purpose in common, it might be building something together. It might just be deepening and like who you each are by doing something together. And twin flames to me, like it can go the direction of a really powerful connection, or it can also go in a really challenging connection where there are a bunch of things in the way that keep you from being together. So I don't know what direction you're heading, but clearly there's prompting for you to open your gifts and prompting for you to take action in the world in alignment with your purpose. So definitely a big growth thing.
Like one
Whatever's
of the
going on.
reasons as to why I think it was a twin flame connection is because like when I was flying to San Francisco from Malaysia, it wasn't usually I would just go to an airport and just fly out, but it was the most difficult to get to the flight journey I ever had in my life. I almost missed the flight by 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it never happened to me before, like because I fly so much.
No, big stuff. All right. Well, if we have time later, I'd love to in the main room while I'm doing work, see the photo of this person so I can see their eyes too. All right. Thank you so much for your question. All right. So the next person has a bigger, deeper question to ask. And in order to have you come up in front, I have to have your video on. Okay, great. Here we go. All right. Is it Sunayana? How do I pronounce your name? And we can't hear you. Something's going on where we can't hear you. Okay, great. Yes, we can hear you now. All right. What is your question?
Hey, yes, you're right. It's a deep question. I just feel like I'm like at an abyss with my mental health, facing anxiety and depression, lots of things, my own physical health issues, my kids' health, bullying, and my husband's health and his job, and my own confidence on what I do as my career. I do practice some healing modalities, but it's just constant of the last few months living every day in fear and just coping with day-to-day life. Simple things are getting really difficult for me. I have mentors, but I'm just unable to follow the advice and help myself in my daily care practice, and I'm struggling to uplift myself. So I guess
Yeah,
that's my
so
question I need.
yeah, thank you so much for being here and letting us support you. So it sounds like, yeah, in some ways you know what to do, but you're not able to bring yourself to do it. So I guess a couple things, and in your eyes, it sounds like you have life history of being really hard on yourself, right? You're harder on yourself than other people. So
Yes.
just small things I'll say and pass on. Rosemary's next is itty bitty tiny steps are a big deal. So anything you do, even like being aware of a step that it would be good to take, or opening the window and looking outside and seeing the light outside, or drinking a glass of water, like anything that's good for you is, and then to celebrate it, you know? So any little
Okay.
teeny thing and celebrate and really let yourself feel that you're doing something that's good for you. Not should yourself that you should do a bunch of other things or a bunch of bigger things. It's really important to celebrate and appreciate the things that you do, whatever they are. All right, and we've got a bunch of people in line. I'm bringing people up on screen for you. So in order, we've got Rosemary, Dr. Mojo, Christina, Satora, DoveLight, and Mike. Okay, so we've got Rosemary first. Go ahead.
Sudiana, that is a very, very beautiful name. I can see that you internalize a lot of what's going on around you. You're a very personal person. You like to keep things in and hold things. I do recommend, finding someone that you can just share your thoughts with. But it's very important that you take some time and reconnect with yourself, clear your energy so that you can let the outside world go, not internalize that. Strengthen your inner core by really clearing your chakras and empowering those, allowing yourself to be, to know that you are worth everything that you've worked for and you deserve it. You are loved and you are able to give love, and those around you appreciate the love that you give. And remember that. That's kind of the deepest and hardest thing to remember when the outside world beats us up so much and we feel that we've got to kind of hold a face to just meet them on a daily basis. But no, you are definitely worth everything that you've put out there. But remember to find some quiet time so that you can recharge yourself. But see if you can find someone that you could just share with and get that information, what's you're holding inside, to get that off of you so that you can let it go. Okay? But definitely finding that moment where you can recharge yourself. And good luck with that.
And Dr. Mojo's next.
I want to veggie back off of what she just stated. I think, first, I want to commend you on acknowledging how you feel about yourself and not just, how sometimes when we're living life or life is lifing, we want to keep going and then just putting everything else on the side. Being there for everybody else. My motto is self-care, learning how to put yourself first. And I think with you acknowledging that verbal, that's one of the things that you can do. And I was like, connect with nature. I don't know, giving you some ideas for some routines. Like she said, small and mighty wins the race. And I'm thinking of in the morning when you're in the bed, when you wake up, hugging yourself, start telling yourself, taking those moments of stating some things to yourself, some affirmations for yourself. Those are some of the things that I would state to do in regards to self-care for yourself. One of the things that you could do. I just wanted to add that to what she stated.
Thank you. Next, we've got Christina.
Thank you.
Hi. And I also want to commend you on, really acknowledging how you're feeling and not being afraid to say, hey, I need some help in this area. The first thing that kind of came to me, especially, coming out of the winter months, is vitamin D. Low vitamin D can really affect your mood. It can be an onset of depression, anxiety. Actually, I just got my full panel blood work done and mine was really, really low. So you can take supplements because you're supposed to be at like 10,000 units or something like that. Like that's supposed to be the minimum, even though they don't tell you that. So supplement with those. Obviously the sunlight, that's natural vitamin D there. So even if it's a cloudy day, the rays still get through to you. So spending time outside, like that's definitely going to assist, hopefully, with this process. But the other thing that was kind of really real is we go through life with like a pendulum swing. We have our highs and then we have our lows. And that's just a constant swing, a constant kind of wave that we have in life. And right now you're in that bottom swing of, your path right now. So you're kind of getting forced to pause and acknowledge where you're at and just be. So I don't know if you're able to take like do nothing days where you just don't do anything, send the kids off, send the husband off, and literally sit in your pajamas all day and do nothing. Because it's okay to be in this place in your life. It's natural. So you're being paused right now to handle the things that you need to handle. Okay.
Thanks so much, Christina. Next, we have Satora.
Thank you so much for your question. And I'm just going to jump to practical things because the time is really short. You are, as you are wonderful and loved. And there are also spiritual beings with you at all times. So when you feel completely down and desperate, just reach out. You can reach out and just ask. And you can also tell all your troubles to your spirit guides. If you get a conscious answer or not, it doesn't matter. You're always being heard and your questions are always answered. They will come, the answers will come when you are ready to receive. There is a self-love flow that you can do. If you hold here under the arm, hug yourself this way that your fingers hold here at the end of the underarm. So you give yourself a hug, and this is also a pressure point for self-love. And you can hold your index finger. That helps with anxiety. There are other flows that are too long. I can't do them right now. Also, what is helping me right now is a book. It's by a coach. It's called The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan. And he talks about that mindset that we are so programmed of looking at, we are always comparing ourselves to an ideal of how we should be or what we should have accomplished. But rather than doing that, so like Lorelei said, celebrating the little wins. And you can define what a win is for you. Giving yourself a minute to pause, a minute to sit in nature can be a win. And what is really helping me right now is in the evening, write down 3 wins, and you define what wins in it are. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something small. It can be something went terribly wrong and I learned something. So the learning is a win. So if you keep writing down your wins and what you're grateful for every night, because the time before we go to sleep is a very important time and sets us up for our sleep and for the next day. I'll leave it at that because
Thank you. All right, great. DoveLight. And then also Susanna and Alina, do you want to come up and you'll introduce yourselves before we go into the breakout rooms? Go ahead, DoveLight, Mike, and then Brenda.
Very quickly, thank you so much for honoring some time out of your busy schedule to speak to us because it's a lot of work to be a mother and having so many responsibilities. So thank you for taking a moment to breathe. In my culture, there is not really in the villages, there is no postpartum depression disorder way too much. Not because it doesn't exist, it's because they're always busy with one kid and you have to cook for the other and you have to run and get the other from school and do this and do that. So what I'm picking up here for it is that there's the possibility to change our way of thinking, change our way of doing things, perhaps we're expecting people to change and we're waiting to change and waiting for them to help it, but that will not be the way. Sometimes we have to take action, ask for help, ask for a family member or support system to help us when it gets overwhelming. Because even though you really love your family, you're such a caring, beautiful person, there is something better ways to organize time and ask for help to your tribe, to your family, or to somebody in the community. So you don't feel resentment because you have so much love and so much caring, but at the same time, it's building a little bit of resentment to feeling hopeless. And this might bring a little bit of self-sabotage. So it's about changing the way that we think about the situation, and then we take action because you're a person who does care, take action. We might need it to be patient and perhaps analyzing, redirected in a way that we can be willing to ask for help and allow the support in our life. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, DoveLight. Mike's next.
Thank you.
So a couple of quick things. I'm going to be pragmatic about this. Understand that the element of air governs the mind. The element of water governs the heart. So when you want to calm your mind and get a nice flow of logic and a nice calm mind, go out and breathe. Go out somewhere and breathe. If you're somewhere, if you're from a place that it's windy and breezy and you like that, go out and let that come in. Just breathe the air, breathe the wind, breathe the wind. In terms of the heart, when you want to calm your heart, you want to get back to having a peaceful heart and a loving heart, take a shower, go for a swim, let the water just wash all those cares away. Let them wash all that anxiety away. Let it wash all those stress away. I guarantee you it works. I do this myself all the time because I'm in a very stressful situation myself right now. And I do this every now and then so I can come back to grounding and come back to a peaceful mind, a peaceful heart. And by the way, trees are great for grounding. If you're by a tree, go stand by a tree, just touch it. Just touch it like this and let the energy of the tree ground you. It's amazing. That's it.
Thanks so much, Mike. All right. And then Brenda, something?
So much good information. So I'm going to come from a little bit different viewpoint. First of all, I want to congratulate you. Most people in our society love or are addicted to being over adrenalized. You instead are understanding that your adrenals are being impacted and it's draining you. Okay, so what can you avoid? I find that even though I like to know what's going on in the world, there are days when I have to not listen to the YouTube and radio and TV. So congratulate yourself for realizing and being self-conscious, and set up some plans for yourself for keeping yourself from being over adrenalized. Okay.
Great. And Susanna had something she wrote in the chat about magnesium. Susanna, do you want to share just about that? And then after that, we'll have you introduce yourself, and Alina also.
Yeah, magnesium is really important for the nervous system, as well as a B12. So your B vitamins are extremely important. Just look for things that help support your nervous system. And again, breathing is really good, everyone. I'm dittoing everyone that's spoken so far. So do take care of yourself.
All right. And I'll say, so thank you so much for asking your question. We appreciate you being here and letting us support you. And hopefully you'll find more support too in our breakout rooms today. All right. And we have the two other practitioners join us. So Susanna and Alina, go ahead and introduce yourselves. You've got a minute. And then everyone just know we're going to be splitting up in breakout rooms soon.
Right. Hi, I'm Susanna with Dragonfly Holistic. I work as a psychic medium, Akashic Records practitioner, and an intuitive healer. Tonight, I'm in room number 16. I'm offering a free 15-minute interactive group exercise that will enhance your intuition and transformational skills. Words that we'll be working with are hope, faith, love, and peace. I also have a paid 15 minutes for $25 to clear for blocks to positive energies. And I look forward to working with you. I also have a after fair special at $125 for 1 hour, and it saves you $25 off of a 1 hour session. We get a lot done in an hour. So anything that's blocking you that you want to work with more in depth, that's recommended. So again, I'm in room 16 and I look forward to working with you.
Thanks, Susanna. And Alina.
Well, hi, I finally made it. My name is Alina. I have recently rebranded under the brand name of Subtle Matters. I started out as a crystal healer and then proceeded into reading the astrological oracle card deck called Symbolon, and then neurographics and Horary astrology. So it's a bit of a snowball. Um, what I'm offering today is the Symbolon astrological oracle readings. They are free to listen and by donation if you just want to pop into the breakout room. Um, I can just try to pull a few cards. I also offer either a 3 card reading for $10 or a 12 card reading for $30. And I have the coupon code MeWe Fair that you can put in to get 20% off of either of those. The buttons are on my website. And to answer the question from the standpoint of a crystal healer, for the stress, and any kind of stress control, try lepidolite. It's not an expensive stone. You can find it in many places in many different shapes. Just carry it with you or wear it on your body. When it comes to not having enough energy, that is carnelian's job. I would not wear both together, but lepidolite is something that will give you this woosah moment at night, and carnelian is like a caffeine in the stone form, so it may give you a little bit of oomph in the morning if you want to try those.
All right, great. Well, so these are all the practitioners that are here today at the fair. Let me share my screen briefly to explain a bit of how breakout rooms happen. So I've been putting in the chat the list of the breakout rooms. You can either go to the fair schedule room that's in the first breakout room or go to jointhefair.com and it'll take you to this website where you probably joined us here in Zoom. And here is a flyer. Of course, though, it's being slow to load. Here's a flyer that lists all the practitioners that are here today. You can see generally what they offer, what they're doing today in blue and in pink, and their contact info. And some of them have specials for what they're making available after the fair. That's usually a lower price or a smaller package than what they typically have available. The breakout room numbers are right here. And some events are scheduled today. So these are scheduled to happen at specific times in Pacific time. So one of them starting right now, top of the hour, Susanna is going to be doing release blocks to hope, love, involvement, and peace. And it says if they're free, it says that they cost something. I believe that you can go into every room for free. Some of the things in the rooms have a fee. And then these are things that are ongoing. So these are happening throughout the fair. They're in order by breakout room. So for example, Symbolon astrological card readings are by donation and it's free to watch. Other people get a reading. Or with Brenda, psychic mediumship and intuition, it's $1 a minute and it's free to watch. So all of these are going on and you can look at this list to see what's happening. Or if you go to the fair schedule breakout room, I've got all those up on the screen right now. So thanks so much. I'm going to turn off the video. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. I see that crystals are in the chat. This is great. You can learn about more of all of our online events at mewefairs.com. And for the rest of